In a not-so-shocking turn of events, the European Union is now interfering in Brazil's internal politics. It recently went on offensive against the president Lula da Silva. This time, it's the EU ambassador to Brazil that has publicly attacked the president. He posted a tweet to ridicule Lula on his foreign policies. The statement was seen as an act of interference in host nations' domestic matters. Well, Colombia surprised. The West had previously colluded to have him imprisoned on false corruption charges. Is it again laying groundwork for his removal? Let's find out. Hi and welcome to TFIGlobal Latin America, TFIGlobal's channel dedicated to the America in the Americas. I'm your host Michael. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe and press the bell icon to get all the latest updates. If you're watching us on Facebook, do like, share and follow the page. Let's begin. Recently, European Union Ambassador to Brazil Ignacio Ibanez took Twitter by storm. He shared a critical opinion piece about Brazilian President Lula da Silva. He criticized Lula for his relations with South American leaders of states such as Venezuela, Cuba and Nicaragua. The article was titled Fossil and he commented on the tweet with the line, "Time passed by the window and only Carolina didn't see it." Which brings us to the question, what are the duties of an ambassador to a foreign country? They promote economic, cultural and scientific cooperation between their home country and the host. In case of Ibanez, he represents European Union, that is 27 member states. But rather than promoting cooperation, what did Ignacio Ibanez do? He criticized the country's leader, Lula da Silva's foreign policies. Are ambassadors supposed to dictate the country they are posted on internal affairs? This is a clear case of EU's interference in Brazil's internal affairs. The ambassador's actions are inexcusable. He's trying to use EU's power to influence the internal politics of other nations. Few hours after tweeting, Ibanez deleted his tweet and apologized. He said, "I would like to point out that on my personal Twitter account, I have the habit of retweeting other people's opinions that are not necessarily my own. That is what I did by retweeting an article." Though this wasn't the first time, Ibanez is a habitual offender. In December 2021, Ibanez publicly endorsed Sergio Moro, a former judge who sentenced Lula da Silva to prison. While presiding over a case of Lula da Silva, Moro worked in collusion and secrecy with the US Department of Justice. He paid an unusual visit to the CIA headquarters soon after becoming Bolsonaro's Minister of Justice. The prosecutor's communications that were released described Lula's detention as a favor from the CIA. West interfering in other nations. Is water wet? This isn't a new phenomenon in South America. The ambassadors of US and Europe constantly feel the need to dictate how they'd like the country to be run in. 2 months back, US's ambassador to Peru, Liza Kenna, successfully removed former Peru's president Pedro Castillo from the office. Another example is of US ambassador to Suriname, Robert J. Foster, who has promised to give Suriname's resources to American companies. So, EU's ambassador to Brazil's attempt is to create turmoil in the nation. There was always an attempt by former Brazil's leader supporters to take over Brazil's institutions. A small tweet can cause a huge uproar in the already divided nation. The fact that the tweet was celebrated by those who oppose Lula and his foreign policy is an affirmation to it. The tweet saga has highlighted the need for caution when it comes to the EU's diplomatic and economic clout. Wolf in sheep's clothing indeed.